Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders in Great Millstone who grew well and teach well with sincerity, honesty, and integrity. Brothers who are laboring in this truth, putting their life on the line, especially in these times. Salutations to you, brothers, and you brothers and sisters who believe in this truth wholeheartedly and sincerely. Shalom to the hopeful elect. All right, I pray this lesson is edifying to the flock and to the sheep. This is going to be a quick lesson. We just, you know, yesterday was the day of Thanksgiving, you know, a memorial, a memory of, you know, the slaughter of God, the Native Americans, the so-called Native Americans, and you know, you have our people, you know, Jake, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the West Indians, you know, the so-called Caribbean, you know, people from the Caribbeans, and you know, and the speckled bird that's scattered abroad. They celebrate and they come in the name of these these feast days. That's these heathen feast days. All right. Matter of fact, uh, let's get that. You know, good scripture to bring out, especially around this time, especially now with Christmas coming up. Um, Jeremiah 10:1, it reads, "Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel." All right, so you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, right? It reads, "Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen." All right, and that's the thing. Our people have learned the ways of the heathen. All right, it reads, "And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them." And that's talking about, you know, the chariots. All right, but we're gonna go to the first portion of that where it says, "Do not learn the ways of the heathen," man. All right, because that's our people, man. We follow in the ways of the heathen, and you know, those of us that come into this knowledge, now we got to stand firm with what we believe in. You know, now, you know, you're gonna have brothers, you know, may get a plate of food or whatever, don't go on the way. You know what I mean? You know, so everybody has the, you know, not saying that. However, you're not coming in the way of the heathen. You know, you're not coming in the way of the heathen. You're not celebrating that a day of first coming from these heathens, and a day that was, you know, the slaughter of our people, man. Our people, that's what they commemorate. All right. So let's get this scripture right here. One of my favorites. You know, there's a lot of my favorites. So Joshua 24:15, it reads, and if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose you this day whom you will serve, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites, and Salakia, on whose land ye dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. All right, so you know, that's what it's all about. And for us, you know, we know it starts with the elect man, or even those the sincere women that come into this truth. It starts with you. It starts getting your house in order. All right, so it starts with you. Now, if you can have your whole household on the same vibration, the same wave, that's great. But just like the elder apostle says, you know, the Lord dealing with you at this moment. So you may, those of your own household may be coming in the name of the heathen, going after the ways of the heathen, right? And the Lord's starting with you, though, all right? You got to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, and then your household will be saved, all right? But ultimately, the Lord is starting with you, so you got to follow, you got to choose who you want to serve, man, plain and simple. Are you going to serve these other gods, like the scripture says you just read, these other powers, these gods of the heathen? Or are we going to serve Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, man? Plain and simple. Plain and simple. All right? And as these unlawful, these heathenistic feast days, you know, Matter of fact, um, you know, and this is going towards, ultimately like Israel, they're having their feast days and they're not really, you know, they're not coming in the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, but we're gonna apply it to this right here. All right. Um, Amos 5, Amos 5:21. I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. All right, and I'm just using that for example. The Lord, hate the feast days of Jake right now, man, because they're worshiping gods of the nations, man, powers of the other nation, which are no gods, man, which has no life in them, like the scriptures says. Their gods have no life in them, man. All right, the scripture says, let's see. Oh, hmm, yeah, I can't find it right now, but scriptures go say such as Lord, like let your God save you that you worship Him. You know what I mean? Knowing that they're not going to be able to save you, man. All right, all right. So we're waiting for the Redeemer, Yahweh Shai. All right, to redeem us out of this place, man. All right, so we're not going to be following in the ways of the heathen. All right, through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shai, Shai, we endure to the end, and we'll be saved out of this place. We're serving out our prison sentence, right? We're under the curses. Is wherever we at. Is Jake is under the curses, but here in Babylon, especially, man, this is hell, man. You know, they coming, they fall on the ways to the utmost. They go to the extreme when it comes to being adverse to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. All right. So with that, man, that was just a quick one. I pray this you brothers have a blessed day through the spirit of power, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Even though we're in the house of mourning, right? Not in the house of feasting, but we know through the spirit of power, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, we're blessed to have this Harakak Radash, all right? No matter what we're going through, the infirmities and afflictions, we can, we see that we have the light, right? And we see the light at the end of the tunnel. All right, we're waiting for the for the for Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, and the night is far spent, and waiting for the day. All right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom to the hopeful elect.